Hello, Bossa World. Welcome to Boxing Blog Center. Efe Ajagba Apochi and Efe Ajagba have stated that, in their own eyes, Anthony Joshua is not a Nigerian. That his parents are Nigerians, but he was born in the UK, so he doesn't have a claim to Nigeria. He didn't grow up in Nigeria. And I want to give my sincere thoughts about what I think. Well, first of all, I want to say, ever since Ajagba got that little fame exposure that he got, Ajagba has been talking a lot of shit. Nigerians are supporting you, Nigerians are backing you, but Nigerians don't want to see you play down a fellow Nigerian. Yes, Joshua was born in the UK. Yes, there's no doubt about it. Yes, Joshua nationality is a British guy, definitely. But so is Osaze Odemwingie, who was born in Russia. But what happened? Osaze Odemwingie represents Nigeria, right? His father is from Nigeria, his mother is from the Soviet Union. So, Leo Balogun, a guy that represents Nigeria now, was born where? In Germany, right? Born here in Germany, British in Germany. His mother is German, and his father is Nigerian. What happened? At last, he ended up representing Nigeria. Sometimes, let me tell you one thing. The worst thing for man to do is to deny his roots. And Joshua has never denied where he comes from. He's never denied being Nigerian. A lot of people will do that. A lot of the African Americans or Black Americans will say, I'm not African. I'm not this. I'm not that. I've never born in Africa. You don't have to be born in Africa to be considered an African. You don't have to be born there. It's already in your DNA. Africa made you who you are as a person. So if you deny who you are, that means you're in denial of the existence of your ancestors. And Joshua has never denied being called Nigerian or being Nigerian. He also has a tattoo, an African tattoo with a Nigerian geographical map outlined on it. That should just tell you that this guy is a proud Nigerian, and he didn't do that when he became famous, okay? He did that way before he became famous, way before people started knowing who Joshua is. That's just to show that Joshua is a Nigerian by blood. It's just a Nigerian. Like, he grew up in a Nigerian household. His parents are Nigerians. So why are you trying to, play this divide and conquer, like this mentality that a lot of people back home has? Osaze Odemwingie was born in Russia, but he represented Nigeria, right? Leo Balogun as well. What's this guy's name? I don't know his name. He was born in Holland to a Nigerian father and a Dutch mother, but he represented Nigeria in the World Cup. I don't know his name. I can't remember his name. So, why are you guys trying to play divided? You being part of Shelley Winkle and our Haman camp is just making those guys go blind. At least Deontay Wilder haven't denied being an African. At least. Deontay Wilder was born in America, hasn't denied being an African, even though he doesn't really know where his ancestors came from. But his DNA says he's from Nigeria, and he is proud of it. I don't like Deontay Wilder as a fighter. I like him as a person, like I always say. Efe Ajagba and Efe Ajagba Apochi are getting bigger, and if they continue this way, Nigerians are going to turn against them, because Nigerians value Anthony Joshua, whether you like it or not. Whether they say, "Oh, Nigerians today accept him when he wasn't something." The British people themselves did not accept Joshua. Remember, when Joshua got caught, when he was still in the GB amateur team, what happened? What did the Daily Mail newspaper wrote about him? They said the son of Nigerian parents. But after he became a world champion, they said he's not British. So let's just get this. Let's think carefully. Anybody can be born anywhere. I'm telling you right now, being born here in Germany does not make you a German. Mesut Ozil, like I said before, born, bred here in Germany, speaks German perfectly and everything. What happened? What happened? What happened to him? The guy's a millionaire, right? But till today, the Germans see him as a Turkish guy. This is why you've got to embrace the root. A guy, let me tell you one thing. A person that does not embrace his root or doesn't want to acknowledge where he comes from, that person is a lost slave. It's just like a lost person. And the person will keep being lost forever until his DNA, maybe he marry with other races and other stuff and try to wipe it off. And encourage his children not to date people of black descent and other stuff. Let's just keep it real. Joshua is a proud Nigerian. Joshua is a proud British guy. So let it be like that. Don't try to play divide and conquer or whatever you're doing. Because we Nigerians don't like that. Nigerians are already, upset with what Efe Ajagba have said before. And now him coming out with this statement again, saying that he does not see Joshua as a Nigerian. Efetobor Apochi, you are a cruiserweight with 5 fights and 5 KOs. You need the support of Nigerians to get where you are. But instead, you are bashing your own fellow Nigerian instead of to be proud of them. So I don't get it. I just don't get it. It's very sad. As a Nigerian, talking about this is sad for me because I know the mentality back home, but at least people back home are proud of Joshua. Just because Joshua didn't grow up in the same place he grew up doesn't make him less Nigerian than you, bro. It doesn't make him. I grew up in the same place you grew up. Yeah. So my kids will not experience the same thing I experienced, but that doesn't make them less Nigerian than you or me. It's just how it is. So I don't know why Efe Ajagba and Efetobor Apochi are talking like this, but I think the camp that Hyman Chalawingo advised has really poisoned their mind, and it's very sad to see. And that is going to be their downfall. If they don't take her, if they don't control their mouth, their downfall will be Nigerians turning against them, and who's going to support them? Americans will never support you. Some will like you. That's just it. You need Nigerians all over the world to support you. And Nigerians born in the UK right now will be very angry to hear this. Because there are Nigerians born in the UK, born in Germany, born everywhere to Nigerian parents. And they being there and they seeing that they are not fully accepted as the citizens of the country systematically, not by passport, but there's something called systematic racism in Europe, in many countries in Europe, and we know it. It is also in the UK as well. It's everywhere. Here in Germany, it's even worse. I know that because I live here. Even where I work, my boss told me to go back to Africa, even though he knows that my kids are half Germans. So I'm talking through experience. No matter how much you want to make the enemies happy, they will always turn against you. I'm not saying that UK people are enemies of Nigerians. No, definitely not. Or Germans or other stuff. But it is clear that systematically, there's something called systematic racism. Systematically, they are never going to accept you. It is just the main fact. Nothing to hide about it. It's just the truth. You know what I mean? Nigerians are quick to accept a foreigner to the country, but not every country is like that. Not everybody are like Nigerians who just embrace foreigners. You know, whenever you come, if you're a foreigner and you come to Nigeria, they embrace you with a open hand. So I think someone who does not know his history and know his roots and know where it comes from and know his identity, that person is just like a lost person and a lost slave. That's my opinion. Whether you like it or not, Joshua is a Nigerian as he's British. Okay? He's British Nigerian. Don't tell me why do you have to mix the two nationalities or two countries together. You have to because Joshua's parents are from Nigeria. So that part can never be erased or erased. Remember, his name is Anthony Oluwafemi Olasheni Joshua. Two Nigerian names there. So don't try to play this divide and conquer rubbish that you're doing. I'm very, very disappointed in Efe Ajagba Apochi. I'm very disappointed by that. But by his comment. Ajagba, I can understand this guy is still working on his English, but Apochi speaks very good English. And Apochi saying this is very sad, in my opinion. So you guys give your thoughts below, guys. Nigerians are not very happy right now with Efe Ajagba Apochi and Efe Ajagba. I think they need to apologize for all this rubbish they're spitting all over. If they don't apologize, it's going to affect them in the future. Because Americans, like I said, will never embrace you as their own. That's for sure. Just keep that in mind, okay? I'm just telling you the truth. I'm just telling you the truth. If you want to get support, we Nigerians will support you. Worldwide. I'm talking about worldwide. Not just in Nigeria. Worldwide. And we will make you famous. But if you don't stay humble like Joshua is, then you will see what happens to your career. That's all I have to say, guys. Like the video, share, give your thoughts below, and please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, guys. Cheers, everyone.